This is James from GameFront with a walkthrough of The Amazing Spider-Man. This is going to be an epic post-commentary video, because my audio failed while I was playing the game. So we'll see how it goes. But now I will use my announcer voice for the cue card here. After the big escape, Spider-Man takes Connors to his apartment, determined to create an antidote that cures all the infected. I've done better. But, let's see. We should be starting the game. Here it goes. And here comes Spider-Man with good old Connors over his shoulder.
Never thought I'd see Manhattan this way.
Beautiful city, huh?
City I almost destroyed.
The past is the past, Connors. Let's focus on the future. Or at least the present. Let's go to my apartment.
So, this is, this point in time, I was talking about what a great-looking city this is. It's a little cartoony, but you know what? It's coming from a comic book, honestly. I've got the over-the-shoulder Dr. Connor holder move going on. Swinging down through Manhattan. So... We bring Dr. Connors to good old Peter Parker's apartment, which we're almost there. We're almost there. See that there? Over there, that's a star, which is a very, a lot of times games use stars as the icons you go towards. I feel like they did that in Prototype. So here we are. This is still says Chapter 2, which is ridiculous because honestly, we're really in Chapter 3. Everything about escaping's done.
Door-to-door service. It's not much, but it's a quiet place to work while you develop the antidote.
You live here?
Are you kidding? I couldn't afford to rent a closet in this place. It belongs to an old friend of my Aunt May. His name's Stan. I'm house sitting.
Stanley.
I don't know about this.
Well, the other option is going back to the lizard's lab in the sewer.
This'll do. Where should we set up the lab?
Over here. I guess we start with getting whatever equipment you need to work on an antidote. There's the computer. Kind of old, but it works. A few books for reference over there, not much. Oh, there's a copy of Splice of Life over there. And the television. Guess we should see if we've made the news.
We're stunned today when Kirk Connors, the lizard himself, escaped from the Beloit Psychiatric Hospital with the aid of costume vigilante Spider-Man. There's no clear motive for the breakout, but police have started a citywide search for these two extremely dangerous fugitives. Now, back to the main story.
I guess that's a yes.
Brilliant. Now they'll think you're the villain, Peter. This is all my fault.
Doc, if you help me come up with a cure, we'll both be heroes. I'll contact Gwen and see what's happening.
Wait, will you tell Gwen? About me?
I have to. Just another reason to create the antidote, right? Now, what are we gonna need to set up your lab?
For starters, all my research. I stored my files on a tablet with an Ouroboros insignia on it. But it won't be easy to locate.
No problem there. I broke into Oscorp once. I can do it again.
Peter, be careful. If Oscorp was continuing my work in secret, we don't know what to expect. This is not the same serum that infected me. It's a virus now.
So I've heard. So, ready to play God?
You do remind me of him. Your father.
Oh, Gwen's calling.
Pete.
Gwen! I'm glad you're all right. Listen, I'm with Connors now.
I know, Peter. The whole city knows. You broke him out of prison?
It's a mental facility.
Are you out of your mind? You know what Connors did to the city. He created this problem to begin with.
And he can create an antidote. This isn't the lizard. This is Dr. Connors.
Can he bring my father back?
Gwen.
I trust you, Peter, but I can't trust him.
I'm sorry. I had no choice, but he's the key to getting you better. And right now, I need you to gather his research for me.
I can't. Dr. Smythe sent it to Oscorp's archive facility.
Just hold on a little while longer. I'm on my way.
Hurry, Pete. I know we're quarantined, but it feels like we're prisoners. Smythe says he's working on a solution.
I'm gonna get you out of this, Gwen.
I hope so.
Gwen's been through a lot.
I murdered her father, Peter.
You didn't kill anyone. It was the lizard.
I want to believe you.
Let's make Gwen believe it.
Wow, it is really hard for me not to talk during scenes, but easier when it's Spider-Man, because I like the guy. Alright, so let's take a look here. I'm going to upgrade now, I believe. And this is a good opportunity. I'll just let you watch me upgrade whatever decision I make. To mention the fact that, yeah, I was wrong in the last video, and I was not fighting the chameleon. It was not the new version of the chameleon. It was an iguana. I'm not a lizardologist, but I do believe that both chameleons and iguanas are lizards. Not positive. Well, this is where I get indecisive about whether I want or do not want to wear a belt. But no matter what, I love the fact that it shows off my junk at a decently. So, then we, at the time, I didn't know what the heck I was doing here. I was looking around the room. Apparently, when you rush the window, you progress the story, which I don't know yet. Yeah, I like the chameleon's character. I'm glad that was.
I need my research. I wish your parents could see you now.
I mean, they keep alluding to my parents dying in some different way than... I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that they're spoiling parts of the movie. I don't want them to. There we go.
Peter, wait. What are these things?
Oh yeah, I was working on those before everything went down. I call them my spider tracers. Long story short, if I stick this on a police antenna, I should be able to listen to everything they say.
Should?
I haven't exactly had time to try them out yet. No time like the present, though, huh? I'll make a detour on the way to Oscorp Archives.
Yeah, so at that point in time, I was thinking to myself, nobody will ever fall for that being on an antenna. But anyways, here we go. Let me read this in announcer voice. Gwen and the other scientists are still in quarantine, struggling to stave off their infection. With Gwen's help, Spider-Man learns that Connor's research is currently held at the Oscorp's Archives facility, but not for long. Yeah, I could have been a 1960s Batman, or I guess it was, when was the Batman television show that it was always like, next week on Batman, will he survive? Anyways, I don't know. I could have done that part. I guess I'm behind my time. There's a magazine, pick it up. So, right now we're collecting unique comic pages to unlock unique comic books. Ooh, I didn't read that during the actual playthrough. I was just walking around trying to figure out where to go. The star is right underneath me, so that would almost seem like I want to go there. I'm turning the volume down on the game just in case it gives me feedback.
I'll need to connect all three to get the coordinates.
Oh, that's right. That's right, I had to go to these antennas like he was mentioning in the previous video, attach a tracker thing, or like, I don't know if it's a reception thing. So, ooh, and a slip on by, there we go, nobody will notice that up there.
One's not enough. I need to find more antennas.
I need to find more antennas, at least 3 if I'm going to triangulate. I'm not a radioologist. Which is different than a radiologist, but you need 3.
You are, little antenna. I'll come to you.
That's a funny thing to say. I mean, would you expect the antenna to come to you?
Let's close this radio link with one last antenna.
If I recall correctly, this one doesn't go quite as smooth because I tried to do some crazy stuff. What I wanted to do was stop time in the middle of my jump so that I could have just like an epic moment of Spider-Man's amazingness.
Another antenna?
But instead it was just another moment of my failingness. Oh, look at that. There's a comic book that I don't think I get. Unless I randomly get it. Yeah, this is hard to watch. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But 3 of 3. Come on, James, you can see that comic book that's around the corner. Pick it up, pick it up.
1022, assault in progress, over.
Coming through. I repeat, huge rhino-like creature climbing to the rooftop of the parking lot.
A rhino, huh?
That's
Be on
the
my
Rhino.
way then.
And there's a whole bunch of petty crimes. This is actually very similar to like Grand Theft Auto or Prototype or any of the clones of that style of game. Not that I don't like it. I like Call of Duty, and every game that clones it or it clones, don't want to start a controversy. And I like all of the Grand Theft Auto clones equally. Except for True Crimes of LA. That clone was pretty bad. So those are all petty crimes, but I check here to really quick see if I could level up. The answer, James, is no. If it doesn't tell you to level up, why are you wasting your time with the menus? So now I go to the Rhino because when confronted with the choice, it's not really like a philosophy or moral thing of like who to save. There's a Rhino, a human Rhino man. Or 3 other petty crimes. And here's where I try to do the landing on the helicopter. Which, because of the fact that I'm near combat, I guess I can go into this. And I land. Hooray, I'm on a helicopter. What does it do for me? Nothing. And now I'm trying to do a good old-fashioned attack at him. But for some reason it doesn't register. I'm not quite used to my spider powers yet. Yeah! So, I have a fight with Rhino. I was really trying to, at first I was trying to grab these cars and toss it at him. Because I was like, oh, in the previous things I would just use my special web rush thing at a car, well not a car, but at heavy objects and throw it at somebody. Not the case. The key to beating the Rhino is getting him to stagger, which is like you would do with a lot of grunts. And if you heard Spider-Man say it, what you need to do is get him to run into these SWAT cars. They're heavy and it knocks him out. And then it's easy. And I found a way to exploit it. Basically, I just keep making it so that I'm right in his, so that he has no choice but to go right into the SWAT car. Boom, done again. I'm sure the AI gets more difficult sometime. This is it for him. Sorry, Rhino. Now, what I don't like about this character version of the Rhino... Oh, well, this is cool. Let's take a look. I take a look immediately to see if he's there still. And the Rhino has escaped, so I have a feeling we'll have to fight him later. My problem with the Rhino is that he's an actual character, and by making him actually an animal that has been given human DNA, I just don't think, it's not like he's had a childhood or he's grown up. There's nothing to relate to him, and I feel like you really need a relationship in order to, to feel connected to a character. But nonetheless, this is where we're going to end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.